Cults are fascinating. I don't think anybody could really disagree with that. Whether we're talking about tragedies like Jonestown's or the Aum Shinrikyo gas attacks, or something like modern-day Scientology, cults remain fascinating in one way or another. I love cults. I mean, I'm thinking of starting my own cult. Scratch that. It's not important. But today's person of interest did start their own cult. Amy Carlson, also known as Mother God by her followers, and her cult, Love Has Won. So today, let me take you on a wild ride through the life of Amy Carlson, as she goes from humble McDonald's manager to the mother and cult leader. Let's talk about Amy Carlson. Not everybody's born into greatness. In fact, some have to grow into it. Most cult leaders actually tend to come from fairly humble origins, and Amy Carlson is no exception to that. She was born on the 30th of November in 1975 and had a fairly normal childhood, living with her parents and two sisters. Things started to go off the rails a bit for her in her late adolescence and early adulthood. By the time she turned around 20, she had already been married about 3 times and had a child with each of those men. Despite these setbacks, she'd gotten herself a managerial job at McDonald's. Not the most prestigious, you could say, but still a decent job that paid the bills. However, in 2006, she decided to listen to the voices in her head and go on a mission to save her children from the coming apocalypse by preparing the planet for ascension. So obviously, she abandoned her family and set off to become the one and only Mother God. As you might imagine, Amy developed late-onset schizophrenia and went from McLovin'it to Love Has Won. Amy started bouncing from state to state, following the guidance of the spirits in her head. At this time, someone reached out to her, a fellow holy person, a man who wanted to help her form her religion and lead it with her side by side. And by that, I mean this old dude who just wanted to fuck a crazy chick. So Amy believed him and joined him in Crestone, Colorado to become Mother and Father God together, the co-leaders of Love Has Won. As is typical with cults, one partner is not enough for the leader. So she got rid of old Father God and took on several other Father Gods before meeting the one and only Jason Castillo, who just happened to be as crazy as her. Amy has an interesting set of beliefs, to say the least. I will put them up here and read through them with you. Amy believes she is Gaia. Amy has been reincarnated on Earth more than 500 times, and this is her 534th reincarnation. Giving free will was a failed experiment, and her mission is to reconnect everyone to her. She remembers being reincarnated as various people, including Marilyn Monroe, Joan of Arc, and Jesus. Amy is also Pele, the Hawaiian fire goddess. Amy was Queen of Lumeria, and Donald Trump was her father at the time. Amy remembers being hanged on the cross as Jesus. Everyone is out to get Mother God. There have been 589 assassination attempts on her life in just this lifetime alone. Father God is Lucifer. Cult members are not allowed to sit and are only allowed 2 to 4 hours of sleep a day, because resting drains Mother's energy. Love Has Won is not a cult, even though they left a man to die in the desert after trying to leave. Robin Williams, deceased celebrity, is a member of the cult. RW is Archangel Ezekiel. She has eyes on the back of her head. There's a group called Cable that places inorganic materials into the human body. Amy has done spiritual surgery with her hands to remove these from individuals. Amy has done 100,000 of these and they work. Now, after hearing this, you might be surprised to find out that most of the cult members are actually well-educated and or wealthy people. If you are surprised, you probably don't know much about cults, because that's pretty much the norm for cults. Despite being well-educated, they still follow an alcoholic drug addict with schizophrenia who doesn't walk due to brain damage and ill health. I guess that doesn't really say a lot for education systems, other than they teach you how to follow other people's commands. In fact, most of these followers are actually the ones that seem to take over doing all of her sermons. Mind you, they do seem to only be slightly less mentally ill than their leader. She has followers doing her dirty work in pretty much every way, shape, and form, and her most loyal ones come to join her at a Crestone HQ.
She's paralyzed up to her chest. Her lungs are going at this point.
Those within the group refer to her as Mom.
To us and to everybody that supports the group, the team, she is Mother God, Mother of all creation, Mother Earth.
I imagine a lot of you are listening to this and going, wow, this sounds like paradise. How do I join? Is there a way for me to be a part of the family? Well, like most families, there are some problems, some teething issues, you might say. Well, there are some problems with the family, most of which stemming from Amy herself. I know, who'd have expected that? Some of these problems are well described in her Dr. Phil appearances, including some telling words from her own mother, some of which include,
Was she close to her children?
No, not really. She wasn't a very maternal mother. We had the children a lot in our family over to our house.
Right.
My vision was chicken parmesan. So the fucking Adams turn around on me and get me meatballs. I didn't say meatballs. I love meatballs. But I didn't fucking say that.
Holy shit, FN.
Chicken parmesan. I'm gonna take another tequila shot. I'll fucking do that shit. Bitch. Where's my tequila shot?
oof. Some of the infighting came to a head in May of 2020 when Alex Whitten, a member of the cult, well, ex-member of the cult, was left drugged and naked in the desert because he had negative energy. Call me crazy, but I wouldn't call being left for dead love. Then again, maybe my mother just didn't love me. Amy died on the 29th of April 2021 of a mix of alcohol abuse, anorexia, and chronic colloidal silver ingestion. The cult is still active but waning. This video isn't a breakdown of who she is or what the cult is. It's an introduction and invitation to you to have a look into this craziness and enjoy the fireworks while they're still happening. There's a lot to go into and a lot more I could talk about. Honestly, if I wanted to, I could probably create an entire video series on different members of this cult and what they've been doing and who they actually are. But for now, I've been Mr. Talks. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I have a Patreon if you care at all about that. Thanks for watching. Bye.